My name is Paco Gómez. I am a specialist on Contech, and I am the partner of the Building Squad Ventures. So what do we do here? So the Building Squad Ventures is an organization which is based here in Barcelona. And our goal is to innovate in the Contech sector, especially through startups. So we try to find the best projects done by startups in Spain, and we try to create an environment so that they can develop the projects and scale, which is the objective on a startup. Innovation and startup is a concept that is always together, and we've seen that the building digital system is one of the trends that the Contech actually is more powerful, is more present. So a big bunch of projects in the Contech sector, it's about the digital twin construction model. If we take this classical chart from innovation, we will see that there are different ways of innovation in every market, in every vertical. We focused on the ones where the technology newness is high, no matter if the impact in the market initially is low or it's bigger. At the end, we try to find these projects that are disruptive or radical. The other part of the innovation is more for corporates, universities, and this kind of organizations. But startups, as one of their main goals, is to be disruptive, to be radical in their projects. So, what's a startup? What we consider a startup? Well, initially, we can say that it's a project, a company that is in a very early stage. Sometimes we hear companies that say we are a startup and they have 13, 15 years old. Well, they are probably, if you arrive at this old and you are still called a startup, it's because you're not a startup. Maybe you are a scale-up, maybe you're a unicorn, or maybe you are a regular company that you probably gain money, but not in the way that it's meant to be when we're talking about startups. In a startup, the founders initially they have the equity of the company. This is very important because then when you have to invest money, it's very important that the founders are involved on the company, not only in work but also financially. And progressively, as the different founding rounds goes and puts money in the startup, they have their dilution and they lose their part of the participation. But at the beginning, it's very convenient that founders are also the stakeholders of the company. Of course, startups are projects technology-based because it's the only way to allow the business model that they present. Those projects that don't have a minimum technology in the business model, we cannot consider, or it's very difficult to become a startup and being observed as that. Which is this business model? This business model at the end is something that must be scalable and fast growing. This is a kind of business that you don't wait 20 years to achieve your goals. It's a business that in a very short period of time, you have to achieve important goals so that you can get more money to keep growing. If you're not fast in that phase, if you don't get important goals during your lifetime, during your short lifetime, it's very easy to fail, not to continue. They provide cutting-edge innovation and disruptive proposals in order to attract investors and go fast in their proposal. And of course, these projects are high-risk projects. Most of them fail. Most of them don't arrive at the end of their proposal. But well, it's this kind of investment that we say high risk but high return. So in those startups that you invest and you can have a good exit, you can really earn a lot of money. Regarding to the digital twin technology inside the startup vertical, I just present here one study that it's like a presentation where you can see actually how many startups are under the radar, startups that use this technology in their business model. As you can see, they are spread all over the world, all over the markets, and this study has identified 169 startups in the different stages, but startups at the end that use this technology. They have over highlighted 5. This is not only for the construction market, because this technology, as you can see, you can apply in the whole industry 4.0. But anyway, the construction is one of the main sectors where this can be applied. Oh no, not fast, just one. So what we provide, what the Building Squad Ventures provide to this ecosystem? How can we help the startups in this ecosystem? First of all, we provide financial resources. So we have a big radar trying to search and trying to analyze a lot of projects in the content vertical. And when we found something that it fits in our business model or in the way we think we can make a good investment, we invest them, we buy part of the equity, and then we give them the resources to keep moving, try to achieve the next goal in this business plan, long-term business plan. We have a vast network of connections of companies in this sector, so we can help them to do things like what we call the proof of concept, or maybe test their projects in the real world. This is one of the main problems startups have. They don't have contacts. They are usually young companies that they don't have the possibility to try this product, this service they have created in the real world. So we can provide them all this feedback and all these connections. Also, we have in our board people that have a lot of experience in this sector, in this kind of projects in the innovation market. So they can also address a little bit them, they need. Sometimes they come to ask not only for how they can face a founding round, but also which technology they can use, which is the part of the market they can address better. All these things we provide them, so they can avoid at least some errors that startups usually do, not only in our vertical, in every vertical. And at the end, also, we have contacts in other contact programs like us, or other contact funds in the rest of the world that helps these startups. We take them in a very early stage, but as they go bigger, they try to get other markets, not only Spanish markets, but other markets. So through this network that we have, we can provide them also not only investment from funds, bigger funds, but also companies and network to sell their products or to find partners or whatever. So that's all. Thank you very much.